the infamous, notorious, rainbow-headed,
rainbow-grilled,
69 tatted,
King
Tekashi,
of New York.
King of New York.
King of New York himself.
Self-proclaimed King of New York, Tekashi 6IX9INE. So he got out of jail. He's a rapper. He's probably, he's one of the most famous rappers.
Well known.
Right now. Yeah,
for
like
sure.
Whether if it's famous or infamous, like everybody knows him. They know that rainbow-headed dude when he comes out. I mean, so he's a rapper. He got busted for, what was it? Racketeering?
Yeah, he was like a gang leader, right? That's what it kind of said. That's what I think racketeering is. Like, you're seen as the gang leader or the dude that's doing everything. A big time dog, I would imagine.
Yeah, so he got busted for racketeering. I don't really know the specifics of it, but maybe.
What was it, life, right? It was said that he was going to get life or 30 years.
Yeah, there was something crazy. Yeah.
Or something like that.
And then I don't even think he lasted like a year and a half. Was it 2 years? It was like, I think it was
2018. I think it was late 2018. And
so like a year and a half he was in jail. He comes out and then he goes on Instagram Live. And at one time on that Instagram Live feed, there was 2 million people watching him. After he got out of jail, I mean, he hasn't been in the news for a year and a half. I mean, people are in the news like, oh, he's a snitch, right? That was the thing, is that he was a rat. He was snitching.
That's how we got out. That's how we ended up getting out and getting his sentence. What's it called? Reduced because he was just ratting everybody out. And everyone knew it. He knew it. He released the song first, and then he started his live stream playing the song.
What's the
with
song
these
called?
2 chicks, Gooba, something like that. And he starts the live streams with these 2 chicks, dude, that are just dancing to his music. And then he comes out, chained out, iced out, just talking scat, dude, just
and
straight.
1 million people, and then 1.5 million, and then 2 million people are on his live at one time.
And that music video has like 230 million views right now. And when it first came out, like I listened to it, I remember it was at like, I think 30 million. And then it went up to 70, 90 quick, very quick. The video just exploded.
And now it's at 240. You checked it earlier this morning,
it was like
right?
232 or something like that.
232 million people openly watching a video of this guy who admitted to snitching. I mean, he admitted to snitching. He put the rat emoji on his face in the video. Like,
doesn't care. He flat out doesn't care.
He's doubling down on it. He's telling everybody he's a snitch. What did he say about? He's like, if I would be mad too.
Yeah. If there was a rat in jail that got out because he was a rat, then he started making music and had better numbers than me, I'd be mad too, he was saying. He's like, I'd be mad too, for sure. If someone came out in that fashion, I'd be pissed off too. And he did, though. That's the thing. Like, he's not lying.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of views on that video.
So what did you say?
2 million?
200 million, 230 million on YouTube,
the music
right?
video.
The music video compared to Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber's music video is at like 40 million.
Not even 50, right? And they're number one.
Yeah,
apparently.
and they have the number 1 Billboard song when Tekashi's got 200 million more views on YouTube than they do. And it's Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande. They do not have enough pull together, combined, to match
Tekashi's.
And that's crazy. That's crazy.
So
dude.
he's not lying, dude. When he came out on that Instagram video and he was like, the king is back, dude, I have returned.
Yeah.
He wasn't lying.
He came out of jail.
Like what you were saying, whether you like him, you know who he is and you watch it. You're going to keep paying attention to him, dude, because he's so unique.
He is.
Even his singing is like super unique. Like he's almost screaming, like he's almost rapping, but like yelling at you.
Andrew Schultz said a good point. He's like, regardless if you think he's good or not at rapping, what he's good at is grabbing attention.
A lot of attention. 2 million views on Instagram at a time.
Broke the record.
Yeah. Everybody, and we were saying that it was very smart of him to only have people who were verified to comment, because then it's almost like everybody. It's like you have to be there, right? word gets out that this Instagram video is gaining ridiculous traction and it's only verified people, like you're just reading their replies as it comes in, all the celebrities, all the people with millions of followers.
So people that are not famous can then go onto his live and be like, and check out what famous people are saying. And then at the same time, the famous people can comment on his stuff and get their sort of, you know, their following or their kind of promotions out there because of his video.
That just makes it huge, dude. That makes it ginormous. Wasn't Lil Nas saying he was cute or something? He was like, hey, dude, he's cute.
Yeah, Lil Nas was
freaking awesome.
Was making comments and stuff. And I mean, that live video got a ridiculous amount.
Destroyed the records, dude.
And as soon as he got out of jail, right, he himself hasn't posted for a year and a half. And then his first post back is that live video, and it gains so much attention. And then he drops his music video, and his music video goes crazy.
Ginormous.
And yet he lands on number 3 on the Billboard.
Behind Ariana and Justin. Now, dude, when we were talking about it before, I said that there's no way Billboards would put Tekashi at number 1. There's just no way. I don't see it happening. Billboard is seen as like prestigious. Like, I mean,
it's the main source, right? Like that's
the top 100.
That's like the metric, right? Yeah. Like that's like the measuring tool of people's songs, right? Is Billboard. Like I'm sure there's plenty of other lists and plenty of other, you know, things that people can use, but Billboard is the one that people use. Like how we were talking about Tour de France with Lance Armstrong, like how Tour de France is kind of that championship, that Billboard is kind of that prestigious, like the number 1 spot.
And it's almost, the name is just synonymous. Billboard toppers, like chart toppers. Those charts are really the only ones a lot of people pay attention to. And I mean, he almost has 200 million more views than Justin's and Ariana's does.
And yet
he's 3.
And he's number 3 and they're number 1.
And then he came out and said that Justin and Ariana buys their streams, which... Man, all right, like I don't know I don't know exactly what he means, but absolutely they both put in money to promote their songs. That's what everybody does.
Everybody does
nothing wrong with it. But how they do it, I don't know. Like I'm not sure exactly what he means, but they for sure put in a lot of money so their song goes out into the world. And
Tekashi, what he said, that I can't remember what the number was. Let's just put an example. I think it was, but I'm not sure. He said that like $500,000 worth of stream views or $500,000 of bought CDs or bought records, whatever, came from 6 credit cards. And he said it happened at the last minute. Somehow 6 credit cards bought that much, you know, streams or that much, whatever it is. And that's what he's claiming. And then Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande responded to it, dude.
Which is what you never do, dude. You never do to a troll, a guy who just is out there for attention. He came out of jail and is name dropping 3 of the biggest singer-songwriters ever, Justin Bieber, Ariana, and then Snoop Dogg, comes out and just calls them whatever, roasts them
just to get attention,
and all 3 of them responded. All 3 of them
and
broke
what did that
the
do?
One rule, dude.
What did that do? That made him more famous and more into the spotlight.
Ariana responds to Tekashi 6IX9. Justin responds to whatever Tekashi said. Tekashi 6IX9 blah blah blah.
That's exactly what he wanted. Exactly. He wanted that response for them. He wanted them to, you know, try to fight him and try to argue with him. And they went along with it, and guess what? I'm sure he gained a shit ton more followers. I'm sure he gained, you know, more media coverage and everything. So
because his name, it doesn't matter if it's bad news or whatever. What do they say? Bad publicity, good publicity.
Yeah,
it's
bad
still publicity, dude.
Exactly. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Whether he's famous or infamous, you know his name. You know who he is. You take a look at that rainbow hair.
And then he said Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj also said that artists buy streams.
Yeah.
He used their words, who are titans, right? Jay-Z, Nicki, huge names in the industry. And he used their words to be like, hey, these people also said that famous artists buy streams so they can top the charts. And 200 million more views on YouTube, dude. Come on,
it's hard to
He's
argue
right.
the other way.
He's absolutely right, dude.
And Ariana and Justin came back with their sort of argument to the whole thing. I can't remember.
Of course they're number one, right? Of course they're number one, and they're able to talk down, right? They're able to be like, all right, everybody should feel fortunate and blessed that they have the talent and they're good enough to make it on the billboards. Everybody should be happy. And then she was like, even if you're number 3, even if you're the third guy, you should still be happy. Obviously, being number 1, it's easy to say that, right? Super easy.
Yep, it's easier to talk down to everybody.
But if
when
she
you're on
was
top.
3 and Mr. Tekashi 6IX9INE was number 1, she would be outraged.
Oh yeah,
dude.
everybody would.
Outraged, exactly. So all the little radio stations that love Ariana and Justin, dude, they nonstop talk about it.
I mean, they went along with exactly
but I think
what
he's
he wanted.
right, dude. I'm on his side. Honestly, I'm on his side.
Like, just think about it. Like, will Billboard really put his song at number 1?
That guy.
Will they really? And I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, it could just be a conspiracy or something that somebody posted online or whatever. But I read somewhere that Billboard, I don't think they're suing Tekashi, but they're like taking everything off. Like, they don't want anything to do with him. But again, it's just something that I read. I'm not sure if that's true. But if it is true, it's like that's messed up.
Horrible decision, dude. It's like the Michael Jordan shoe situation. The NBA were like, hey, you have to follow our rules and wear these certain shoes. And then Nike was like, hey, they banned our shoes. They were so good that the NBA had to ban these shoes.
Yep.
Just like that. It's
So
like
then people
Tekashi
buy
could
it.
be like, yo, I am so good that the billboards had to take me off the charts.
Yep.
That's how good I am.
Here, listen to this. And then people will listen. I mean,
That's a bad decision if that's true, dudes. Then again, Billboard responded. Just let him chat. Let him be. I was thinking, like, when you said Andrew Schultz, right? The video he came out with was comparing like Tekashi to Trump.
yeah.
Dude, I think the mistake, like I was thinking when we were saying that Tekashi was able to get all this media attention because Justin and Ariana responded. I want to say, like, when Trump came out in 2015 and he said all that stuff about Mexicans, what happened the next day? Everybody was talking about him. Whether it was good or bad, everybody was saying his name. And it just exploded his popularity, I'd imagine.
Yep.
Just like what happened to Tekashi, dude. The media needs to learn to just let them talk. Do not respond. Don't say their name. Just leave them alone.
But that's not going to happen.
And they didn't, dude. I bet you if you let Trump just chat and blabber and whatever, and you quit saying his name and quit reporting on him, he probably wouldn't have gotten as much popularity as he did.
But the media has their job too to do. Like, their job is to get clicks.
I guess that's right. Like,
Their
he's
job is to
just
get
a
clicks.
Interesting dude. He's just both of they're just these figures.
Writing about Donald Trump or writing about Tekashi 6IX9INE is going to get those views, is going to get those clicks. So it's like they're both benefiting from what they're doing. They're both doing their job, right? Tekashi's trying to get the attention, and while these people are giving it to him at the same time by, the media giving him the attention, they're also getting their attention. People are clicking on their articles to read, and
it helps everybody, right? Everyone in the situation gets helped out.
Yeah, it's a tough decision. I mean,
man, dude, I'm on his side, dude. I am for sure on his side. Ariana and Justin don't deserve to be on that number 1 spot, and they're only there because of who they are.
Just look at the YouTube streams.
The numbers, what he was saying, he's like, numbers, I think he said in the live stream, he's like, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't, dude. Like, I have bigger numbers than them.
And based off of that, he's right. I mean, 200 million views. I get it. Okay, maybe if it was 1 million or 2 million, but 200 million more views.
Mm-hmm. His song
on YouTube. And they're, Ariana and Justin are like, well, it's because of we're only counting domestic streams, domestic views. It's
okay. Good excuse.
Regardless, I'm sure he's still putting up more numbers here.
200 right there. If you want to add the other platforms, I'm sure they do not amass 200 million, dude.
Yeah, and the other thing on his side he got upset that the charity, I think it was No Kids Hungry. So No Kids Hungry charity, Tekashi tried to donate $200,000 to their cause, to their charity. $200,000 to No Kid Hungry charity. and that charity denied. They denied him the money. They denied his donation. They were like, nope, we're not taking your money, which raises the question, is their image more important to them than feeding the kids that are hungry?
Than actually doing what they set out to do, than actually receiving money and charity and donations so they can feed hungry children. Their image, like the person who gave it to you, right? You don't want to be associated, like, because obviously I think regardless articles were still printed with their names next to each other, but I'm imagining, let's say they accepted the donation and it comes out that Tekashi 6IX9INE donates 200,000 to this charity, right? Your name, what was it? No Kids Hungry?
No Kids Hungry, yeah.
So bam, your name is just right there next to his.
Yeah, right.
Regardless though, I think rejecting it maybe, I don't know. It seems like it's kind of has brought in the attention down a little bit.
I don't know.
But man, you're right. They're worried about their reputation, how they look in the public eye, instead of actually receiving $200,000 to feed hungry children, which is what your cause.
And don't come at me and say that all kids are full. Like, there's plenty of kids that are hungry.
They would love to have $200,000.
Plenty
That's
of
a huge
kids.
amount.
Plenty of kids out there that are hungry, and
you said no because he's Tekashi 6IX9INE.
just because of who he is, yeah. And that money, I mean, I'm sure that money's clean. It's clean money. I don't think it's dirty
exactly,
money.
right? I'm sure, exactly. I saw a video of him giving $1 million to his mom, and he said something like that, like, yeah, this is good. Like, this is
clean,
music money. This isn't, I'm assuming, right? I'm sure he does have some sort of elite, but nothing compared to what he's gotten from his troll career.
It's very, I mean, I kind of see no Kids Hungry point. You know, they're trying to hold that sort of image, but
I don't at all.
What's more important?
I don't at all. Money speaks, dude. Yeah, money's everything.
It comes down to it, like, what's more important, feeding these kids or maintaining your image? And they chose the image.
But maybe, I guess what you're saying now, I sort of understand. If their image is bad, then no one's going to donate. Maybe at the end, they're not going to get as much as they could have.
Because it's like, oh, Tekashi's donating money. They accepted his money.
Like,
okay, I'm gonna take my money somewhere else. Like, but still, man, that 200,000, it was in your guys' account, was in your guys' thing, and you
ready
guys just
to go.
Like, denied it. I mean, dude, that's a very touchy subject, but I'm with Tekashi on that. They should not have denied him that money.
Take the money, dude, wherever it's from. Take it. Obviously, if it's from Pablo Escobar or El Chapo or something, then it's like, all right, man, there's a lot of crispy bills. Like, I'm good. But Tekashi 6IX9INE, his image is known as pretty much like a rat, but a rapper. Like, he's not... And you take his money, dude.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, feed the kids, man. That's your mission.
Dude, and I'm sure that's why he wanted to do it, too. He didn't donate to, like, I don't know, some sort of relief, some other thing. He wanted to give it to hungry children.
Yeah, and they didn't take the money.
Wow. I bet you there are a lot of charities that are hitting him up, like, trying to get in contact, like, hey, I'll take that 200,000. Are you kidding me?
We'll take it. We'll take 100. We'll take half if you want.
Man,
I mean, but he's just built up that image, that kind of infamy, to where it's like they're going to deny things. Even a charity is going to deny him, let alone Billboard. Billboard's going to deny him. The charities, who their whole mission is to accept money, accept donations to, you know, help improve their own charity, whatever they're going for, whatever their mission is. And you can't tell me that No Kids Hungry mission is over. You know,
like, they're too full of themselves, dude. That's just the bottom line. Maybe they're trying to protect their bottom line. Isn't that what they say? Like, they're at the end of the day, I want to say that's literally all companies worry about, is how to protect their butt. But I don't know. I don't see why being associated with him matters. If he gave you money,
take it.
Like, why would you be like, oh my God, we took Tekashi's money, now no one's going to donate?
Feed the kids, man.
If anything, I would imagine maybe it'd get more donations, right?
Yeah. Feed the kids now, man. Worry about later, whatever, but feed them now. They're hungry now.
Yeah. At the end of the day, as right now, like I think they hurt their image. I think they did worse than what they could have if they accepted his money.
And I think
it's worse.
That's probably true. That probably is true, but I mean, it's tough, dude. And this guy's just gonna keep putting out. He's gonna keep tweeting. He's gonna keep
calling out. Yep.
He's gonna keep doing what he's doing. He's not gonna stop. He's only 24. He's gonna keep doing his thing. People are still gonna keep following him. He's gonna. I mean, it's. Man, I don't know.
Don't respond, dude. That's honestly the only thing. Just don't give him the light of day.
And I think he's making a song now about Snoop Dogg or something to do with Snoop Dogg.
I saw that he posted a picture. He was like, the top comment is gonna be the song title or something like that. The most liked comment will be the song title, and it was something to do with Snoop Dogg or something like that.
Shame.
He doesn't care. That right there shows what artist does that.
Yeah, he really doesn't care. Exactly. Like he's doing things that nobody is gonna do. Nobody has ever done. Like he's just only in it for attention. He's only in it for attention. And at this point of time where people can really pick and choose what they want to listen to, what they want to watch, him being who he is the one that's grabbing people's attention. Regardless if it's good or bad.
People are 2 million? That's huge. That's ginormous, dude.
At this moment in time, he grabs the most attention. Him and Donald Trump, they grab the most attention.
Like those ratings, like if you want to, somehow you could look at the ratings, he was probably at the top, dude. Like TV ratings, like how many millions of people are watching like this certain program,
or like Google searches or something like that,
dude. He was probably at the top.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. That's tough.
She just gets out. That's awesome though, dude. He just gets out of jail and just starts calling people out. Huge names, dude. Justin and Ariana are probably the two biggest names in music, period, right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely up there.
And he comes out and is just like, hey,
he just
y'all
roasts.
suck.
Yeah,
y'all buy your streams. You don't deserve it.
Yep, he just calls them out.
And you're just like, okay.
He probably really didn't have like a basis for that. Like he probably didn't have any sort of evidence. He was just like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call him out like this. This is what's going to happen. And I'm going to get this many people to watch me. And it happened. And they responded. And then more people came and watched. And more people, even the hate, like I'm sure he got plenty of Ariana Grande fans and Justin Bieber fans coming at him, taking shots at him. But it doesn't matter. He wants whatever he can get. Whether it's good or bad, he wants it all. And it happened. It happened for him, and it probably is going to continue to happen for him. He's not going to stop.
Yeah, he's crazy. In that live video, he had a watch, and he was saying there are only 2 people in the world that have this watch. So if you don't have it, you're not on my level. You're a little boy to me.
That's what he said, yeah.
You're a kid to me. If there's only 2 people with the watch,
then 7 billion people on this earth
are only little boys to him.
Are little boys to this guy.
So that right there, dude, you see that? You're Justin Bieber, you're Ariana, you see that? You're like, okay, I know what we're dealing with.
Tekashi's kind of like
don't pay attention.
I don't know if I want to call him like a scam artist or like a con man, like a scam, because he's putting up a front. Like the way that he is, there's no way he's really like that. Like he's just putting up his own kind of character.
Sure.
He's just building up his own character and building him in a way that he wants to build him.
That's a good point.
It's probably, a very good point. I mean, he probably didn't want to get 69 tattooed all over his body, but it's like, well,
like people are looking at me.
People are going to talk about it. People are going to talk about it. So that's what I'm going to do.
Why not? On his face?
I'm going to dye my hair rainbow colored, and people are going to talk about it. And I don't know if I want to call him a scam artist or like that sort of con man, but he could be considered that, right? He could be kind of like a scammy kind of guy.
I fell for it though. If he's selling you something like what he was saying about the people he ratted on were people who didn't trust it, or like, they were pretty much ratting on him. They would have killed him in prison or something like that. I can't remember what he was saying. Just that the people he ratted on were also dudes who didn't care about him.
Yeah. So, I mean, Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to be on his side, and it's tough not to be on his side because he makes a good argument for himself too. But at the same time, he's like this crazy dude, outrageous guy, outlandish, says things that people will never say, and he does it just for attention. So I want to call him a scam artist, but I also don't because it's such a negative thing. But that's kind of who he is.
I think a scam artist is someone who's just like, I have this product and it's this good. It's so beautiful that you should buy it, even though it's horrible. But his product is fantastic. Like his music is not good in my opinion, but the views, like if people like watch. Someone wants to, I don't know, give him money. It's like, hey, like I have this music, I get this amount of views, sponsor me. Like, let's say, I don't know, like for example, like Coca-Cola or something, like he's going to wear a Coca-Cola hat or something like that. It's like, dude, I get this amount of views. They're going to pay him. So they're going to pay him accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you're right. Like, yeah, I guess you're right.
Like he's good, like whatever, like maybe like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like
he's good at what he does. He's good at what he does.
For sure.
And he's got a plan out there. Whatever his plan is just to grab attention, and he does it. He follows his plan. He
very good.
He makes it out successful.
2 million? You wouldn't expect that at all. I don't know who you would expect to get 2 million people to tune in. I don't think it was Tekashi 6IX9INE.
But guess what? It was Tekashi 6IX9INE.
And that I don't know, that pretty much makes him the most like well-known rapper or
famous
musician
like fame
in the world.